Hey guys, this is Jaccare here with another episode of Jaccare Takes. I broke down the Western Kentucky versus Louisville film from this past Saturday. I just want to go ahead and get my 5 keys to a Hurricane victory. Um, I wrote it down. So number one would be stopping Louisville's chunk plays. Uh, Malik Cunningham after the first quarter against Western Kentucky, he was averaging 30 yards per completion. He was 6 of 11 for 181 yards and 1 touchdown. They do take a lot of shots downfield off the play action pass game. They have the receivers to make plays. Their receivers can run. With Fitzpatrick, Smith, Tutu Atwell, local kid from Miami, they're explosive on the outside. Those guys can run, and those guys can make big plays in the passing game if Miami doesn't control it and contain it. So that's number one for me. I think Miami has to limit those big plays to, have a chance to win this game in the top 25 showdown in prime time. Number two is creating turnovers and pressure. And what I mean by pressure, Western Kentucky's defensive line had 10 TFLs in that game and 1 sack against Louisville. I think Miami's D-line is probably one of the top 10 in the country, so I expect a lot more disruption than that. I think Miami has a chance to create turnovers off the pressure they would be able to generate up front because Louisville's offensive line is not that great. Cunningham will give them chances to get turnovers because he does throw the ball late cross sometimes on the play action pass. He throws the ball late cross the field. Yeah, one play against Western Kentucky where he rolled out, came across late. The safety just dropped the interception. He did give up 1 turnover in that game. He threw an interception. So I think Miami will have a ample opportunity to get this guy, get some turnovers off this guy. And their defensive line should dominate this game. Just because Louisville offensive line is not that great, you could just tell by some of the concepts that Louisville was running. A lot of play action, quarterback bootleg, moving him off the launch point, moving his launch point just to buy time for him to get those plays set up. Number 3 for me is Miami establishing the run game because Louisville's defensive line is not that great to me. You can just tell by the stunts, the concepts they were coming out with. Whenever you see a defensive line running a lot of games up front, tackle, stunt, tackle in, stunts, slanting, that's just letting you know that they don't believe in the defensive line that they have up front. Miami will be able to establish the run game, and with the run game established, they'll be able to take their shots on 3rd and short, 3rd and long, because Louisville runs a lot of pressure on 3rd down. They're bringing 5 to 6 guys about 85% of the time from the film that I dissected. Every 3rd down, they were bringing pressure, whether it was dog blitzes, corner nickel blitzes, they were bringing pressure. So Miami will be able to complete. If they establish the run game, you guys will see a lot of big plays in the passing game for Miami just off of the fake zone read play action pass that they can run and deploy out there. I just think they have a distinct advantage up front. I think Miami's offensive line can dominate Louisville's defensive line. Number 4 for me is Miami stopping Louisville's run game because Louisville uses their run game to set up all the stuff they want to do, which is play action pass, quarterback bootleg, moving the launch point, hitting the tight end on the corner route. They scored off a play like that against Western Kentucky where they ran the play action, have been running the ball, play action, hit the tight end for a touchdown just because they were running the ball so effectively on 1st and 2nd down. It was kind of easy to run that bam, come out, hit a tight end, and once they hit their big plays, they're doing it off the play action pass game. So you'll see a heavy play action game in this game from Louisville. That leads me to my next point, which is key number 5. Miami defensive backs and linebackers have to play with great eye discipline just because of the concepts they're running with the play action, moving the pocket, rolling the pocket, stuff like that. And that can set up the big plays, the tight end throwback cross or the play action post pass or the tight end sneaking out in the corner route for a touchdown just like they did against Western Kentucky. So I want Miami's defensive backs to come up and challenge those guys because they have the ability to do it. and they will have an ability to create a turnover or two off this guy, especially the safeties, because he does come late across the field sometimes. And Miami, to me, if they stop Louisville's run, another point I want to make, if they stop Louisville's run and make Malik Cunningham beat them passing, Louisville won't have a shot because he's not that great of a passer. He's just good. He's a run-read guy, play action. Okay, I know I got to throw the post route, or they're running play action, hitting the flat route, stuff like that. So I just see Miami winning this game, and those are my 5 keys to victories.